What is up, guys? It is DMG here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to craft some of the best players that you possibly can with some of the SPCs that are released right now, and also how to just make it cheaper in general, as well as getting some fodder that may otherwise be expensive. So as of currently, there are a lot of players who are very expensive right now. So 83s, 84s are expensive. In fact, a lot of 84s have actually increased in price, and specifically the fact that their max price range of 10,000 coins has actually been increased. So I think they're going for like 11 or 12k or so. You know, a lot of these guys, while they're again fantastic and the rating in of itself is cheap, the price of these fighters are going up because these cards are so good, and honestly, fair play to EA for doing that. But again, that means that a lot of these players are going to be very, very expensive to do. So how do you get fodder? How are you able to complete these guys and get their SBC cards, while doing it for cheap and not spending a lot of coins? What you do is the bronze pack method. That is the #1 thing that you do. So if you don't know how to do the bronze pack method, it's pretty simple actually. So what you do here, you go to, obviously, the bronze packs. You go open, the 400k, or the 400 coins, not the 750, the 400 specifically. You open those up, right? And what you do, you just spam through these. You probably open probably around, 30, 40, 50k worth, even a little bit more if you have the coins for it. And what you do is you quick sell, the contracts, the training, like all the jerseys and stuff. The player fitness, they actually do eventually sell, especially during the weekend league. They especially sell during the weekend league. So you list them up for 200. And again, they might not sell immediately. It's going to be easier to sell over the weekend. So if you're doing this on Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday even, they're probably not going to sell super quickly or very often, but just, keep it there, keep relisting them, and you'll be good to go. So all these players that you just have in your club already, or right, that you can just store, you store them. Doesn't matter if they're in a league SPC or not. You just store them. So boom, right? Those two that we had, you store in your club. Now, any duplicates, this guy's for the Earthquakes, so he is in a League SPC. I mean, he goes for 200. You might as well try it if he doesn't sell, after 5 to 10 listings or so, then you can probably just quick sell them. But any cards that go into a League SPC that are duplicates specifically, you can list them for however much they tend to go for, whatever it may be. Now, for some of these, again, right, we quick sell everything that's not, player fitness and players. If you get squad fitness ones, you sell that for however much they're going for, usually between 700 to 1,000. Again, on the weekends during weekend league, they're going to be more expensive, which makes sense. Again, we quick sell these. Now, let's say one of these guys here was in a League SBC, right? Let's say one of these guys was from the MLS, League One, Premier League, whatever it may be. Even if you have the ability, even if they're not a duplicate, you still store them in your club. You still store them, you still keep them, right? And again, we'll open one more. So again, you want to open 30k, 40k, 50k, and you want to make sure, let's say you have 60k total, just in coins, you have 60k liquid coins. What you want to do with that is probably keep around 10 to 15k. Just so then, if you need to buy a couple players, which we'll talk about later, then you're able to do that rather than, spending all of it on bronze packs. So again, you see here, we have a Bundesliga player from Mainz here, right? Goes for a decent amount, goes for well over 1,000, couple for 900. Again, we do not sell him, we just keep him. And again, I'll show you the reason why. So after you do that, you have all your bronze players, right? You've gotten the packs for all that, right? You opened a good amount of them. You go into live here. You go into the live section of the SBCs, and you can see bronze upgrade and silver upgrade. So from here, what you do, you go through all of the bronzes, all the bronze packs that you did, right? And you go through all of the leagues that do not involve League SBCs. So obviously Premier League, EFL Championship, you don't put any bronzes in there. League One, Serie A, Bundesliga, La Liga, you don't put the bronzes in. You don't put these bronzes into this SBC. The reason being is that you could potentially use those bronzes for the league SBCs later on. So, again, just for ones that don't have league SBCs, so the EFL League 1, you know, we have some players here, and you used to not put in the rare bronzes, but you do now. You do put in rare bronzes. It's not going to make a difference one way or the other. So you can put in the rare bronzes, right? So we have our players here. And go by league instead of position, just because then you're guaranteed to get chemistry. You can swap around some players if you don't have it just yet. But if you go by league, you're always going to have the chemistry. Simple enough, right? Right, you go through your upgrades there, right? And again, we've only crafted 2, but obviously with opening 30k, 40k, 50k worth of bronze packs and going through all of those bronze upgrades, you're obviously going to have more. So you open up your silver packs here, your 3 silver players pack. I think one of them is a rare and 2 of them are non-rare, right? So you get them here. And again, it's going to be the same concept as the bronze, right? So you always keep them no matter what. And again, you go through the silver upgrades. And again, you put in the silver players that do not go with a League SBC. So we actually did get a Nice player, which is actually great for me because I still need to complete Nice. So, I mean, you can see there, the lowest price we saw was, what was it, 1,600? So, I mean, that's 16K, or 1,600, excuse me, that you don't have to spend on these League SBCs that potentially get you more fodder. We actually got a Union Berlin player here. That's pretty nice. 2,000 or 1,500, that's all right. We got a Millwall player here, so that's good. Another 2,000, 1,800 there. So perfect, and a Mexican league player. So leagues, you know, we had plenty of leagues there, so that's perfect. Once you open up all the ones there, you go into live, you go to the silver upgrade, and you do the exact same thing that you just did with the bronze. You go through all of the leagues that are not associated with a league SBC. So, you know, EFL League 1 here, right? You can go through, go EFL League 2. All right, go French League. Here's a couple here. No problem. Then you go through, not Serie A, obviously, but Calcio B. Boom. Simple enough. Again, we don't have the chemistry. Easy enough to fix. Switch them. Done. So again, after you've crafted that, you open up your 4 common gold players here. Simple enough. So for the 4 common gold, usually, I mean, they're all good. They're most of the time going to be associated with the League SBC. So you see here, Mexican League, I mean, Saudi League even. Spanish League, French League, right? All associated with League SBCs. So good. What you do then, you do not go into the gold upgrade. You do not go into the gold upgrade. What you do instead is you go to the 82 to 88 upgrade. Okay? This is a really good chance to get fodder. Now, you're not going to be packing the Neymars. You're not going to be packing any of the crazy headliners like Lewa. I mean, your chance of packing those are pretty low anyway. But what you do here is just all of the, you know, golds that aren't associated with League SBCs. Boom. You put them in. Simple enough. And I think you only need 7, which is actually really nice. You only need 7 players here. So we got them there, and then from there, usually you just go, again, bronzes for any, you know, for any of the leagues that you have not completely cleared out yet. Here's a couple from the Argentinian League, so easy enough there. There we go. I mean, we have our 82 to 88. Simple enough. Now, for the players that you're not putting into these upgrades, you go through each league, you go through to see how many players or how many teams that are very close to being completed, okay? So, from here, right, we go through, we check La Liga, for example, right? We check La Liga. The Real only has a couple. Valencia only has a couple. Sevilla only has a couple. Eibar only has a few. You know, you go through, and you'll have more. So, I mean, not to worry there. You will have more. Again, I've kind of cleared out a good amount of these here. So, the point at which, you know, you don't have to wait to have a full team to submit it, right? You don't have to do that. So, what you do is you can see here, Reims has about 5. the point at which you maybe buy a couple players, right? Let's say you're like 2 players away, then it's usually okay to buy those players. Unless they go for literally 10 or 20k, then obviously you don't. But, you know, let's say you have 2 players left, you have 9 out of the 11 players. You know, the players are like 1,000 coins each. Buy those players, get the pack that you get with it, and then you're going to be good to go. You know, what's good as well as completing these league SBCs is that not only do you get packs from, you know, each individual team, some are definitely better than others. Some league SBCs are better than others as well. Specifically, the Bundesliga SBC. League SPC is fantastic, but you also get a good team of the season, a high-rated, 90-rated team of the season player that you can use for fodder, right? You don't have to go out and buy a team of the season player. You don't have to go out and buy an inform or whatever it may be. And along with that, they're also high-rated, so that's going to help you out a lot. You go through, you do it, you grind, and me personally, I can attest to this. I can tell you how good this works. FIFA 19, especially when they were prime icon SBCs, right? Those were fantastic to do because, I mean, at one point I literally had 90 players in my club. I had about 60k liquid coins. That was it. Couldn't get anything higher than that because all my players were untradeable. And I started it in March. Started in March or April, right? And I eventually got to Prime Moments Cannavaro, Prime Moments Bergkamp, and about 3/4 of the way between 2 other prime icons before I just completely stopped with FIFA 19 and moved on to FIFA 20. So, I mean, it's a very simple and easy thing to do. You get more used to it, and here's the thing. You also have the potential to pack someone big, right? Let's say you're doing those 82s to 88s. You have the potential to pack an 88 rated player. Or you do these league SBC upgrades. You have the potential to pack those super high rated players like an Icon or a Neymar or a Lewa. You still have the potential to get someone very, very good. And as of right now, it's a very good way to do it since a lot of fodder is very, very expensive. So, I mean, see there, I got an inform. It's only an 82. So it's not that big of a deal, but I mean, it's an inform nonetheless that I can use for any of the SPCs that I want to do, like somewhat lower rated SPCs. So for example, Diaby, which I'm probably going to complete here pretty soon. You know, it's an 84 rated squad, not very, you know, not very expensive, or at least the rating's not very high. You need an inform. I mean, 82 is not the worst. Boom. We have that completed. Don't have to worry about a team of the season or anything like that. We're good to go. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. If you do have any other questions over the bronze pack method and how to craft certain things, let me know and I'll try to answer that for you guys. But like I said, that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been DMG. Peace.